Ignorance is contagious. Yo, lift your head up, man. You might walk into something. The scene, fezzes and turbans, 1913 Moorish Jewish temples in Harlem before conscious stardom. UNIA parade, Garvey dressed Moorish as ever. Admirals or amirs, catch them in the whirlwind forever. Before Allah, temple of Islam, gods and earth's nations. Knowledge of nationality freed us from plantations. Allegations, alterations, transfer ownership, proclamations. Fezzes don't mean Moors, cause Congolese amputations. Playing on emotions of the people asleep mentally. Still asleep, Drew Ali came over a century ago. Although you weren't told, seek and find. Knowledge is water for thought, seeds in the mind. Soil conscience. If constant will exercise demons that haunted your vessel, attempted to get between your temples. Go from a Latin man to a devil, plummet to lower levels and actually love it. Lower self junkies acting like troglodyte monkeys, like puppets. Renaissances aren't related to blacks, check the facts. The Moors are who kept ancestral knowledge intact, expressed in videos, books and raps. What you call a tukwinter, how to call a liberty cap. Freedom is everyone's job, but most abandon their posts. Now their children are diagnosed with multiple distinctive hosts. Plus they given the order to administer dose. Looking for salvation from outer, not innermost. As souls crunch like cinnamon toast. The devil's still happy, and stay happy. The message to you ignorant folks. Written on the pages is the ageless wisdom of the sages. Ignorance is contagious. Written on the pages is the ageless wisdom of the sages. Ignorance is contagious. Written on the pages is the ageless wisdom of the sages. Ignorance is contagious. Ignorance is contagious. Ignorance is contagious.
That's what, and unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, people are going to suffer because of them people, right? No different than people are suffering right now for the Moors who said $5,000 for a package. Mm-hmm. Nobody's getting nothing sealed now, unless you don't check with secretary to see if your stuff's up to date. Because those guys, it wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? Bring your papers. You guys come with papers like, did you just seal these? All right. You guys are members or whatever like that. Ain't no big deal, you know what I mean? Yeah. Right? And then same guys who got the papers like this stacked up, they're selling them for $5 grand.
Oh man. Sure. Yeah.
And then we sealed them? Okay. So, you know what I mean? If the people are you know, frustrated at, you know what I mean, the lack of movement and whatever like that, hunt those people down. Kick those guys' asses. Because they're the ones that's slowing you down from getting your stuff that you deserve. Right? Going back again to this guy, Dane Calloway. The reason why we're say nipping it in the bud is because of where this always goes when they start this thing of, you know, attack rvbaypublications.com, right? This is the finish line right now, where we're saying that either you're going with God giving you the God stuff, or don't even look for anything godly. Because it's probably not God giving it to you. Mm-hmm. Right? After the little video talking to BS, they gave a link to their website. Right? Now remember, they were talking about, you know, RV, some of the key things that they were saying is that watch out for Moorish Science Temple of America and people like RV Bay Publications, because they say that they're going to make you a citizen when they can't do that. They're saying that, you know, they can change your status when they can't do that because, you know, they're a 501c3 or they're owned by the corporate United States, so they don't have the authority to do that, right? But at the end of their thing, they're going to send you to this link, right? Many people have reached out to me concerning correcting their current status from those fraudulent, non-existent, uncomplimentary status codes like African American and Black, for example, due to their personal discovery that neither term may be any standing in law. This entire situation is very important because not only does either of them have no standing in law, but if a person has been identifying themselves at such terms on any documents requiring their information, i.e. employment forms, driver's license applications, governmental documents, that will inadvertently classify them as undocumented immigrants. This was explained in full detail on more than one of my YouTube videos already. So let me explain what is provided that we assist those along with their relatives with this matter. Please note that I am absolutely not providing any legal advice whatsoever. I've compiled a well-researched educational package that covers important legal information regarding you correcting those matters from start to finish. Now remember, the matters that they're correcting is their status. That they're not Black, African American, or whatever. But the guy doing it, his name is Dane Calloway. Which means he doesn't have a corrected status. So how is he who doesn't have a corrective status is convincing people through his YouTube videos of 50,000 views or whatever that go to him to get your status correction, don't go to RV Bay Publications, who really are Moors, who actually have a status that's on the public record, have gone to courts, have gone to all the other places with their status on the record, beat cases, beat whatever like that, and they prove that their position is more legitimate, right? Documented stuff that they can show, right? This individual, who hasn't been around since 2008, 2009 or whatever, has nothing to show that his thing that he's selling to people, 40 bucks, you can pay 40 bucks and then he's going to send you the package, right? The package, you don't know if this package works. Now remember, the matters that they're correcting is their status. That they're not Black, African American, or whatever. But the guy doing it, his name is Dane Calloway. Which means he doesn't have a corrected status. So how is he who doesn't have a corrective status is convincing people through his YouTube videos of 50,000 views or whatever that go to him to get your status correction, don't go to RV Bay Publications, who really are Moors, who actually have a status that's on the public record, have gone to courts, have gone to all the other places with their status on the record, beat cases, beat whatever like that, and they prove that their position is more legitimate, right? Documented stuff that they can show, right? This individual, who hasn't been around since 2008, 2009 or whatever, has nothing to show that his thing that he's selling to people, 40 bucks, you can pay 40 bucks and then he's going to send you the package, right? The package, you don't know if this package works. Now remember, the matters that they're correcting is their status. That they're not Black, African American, or whatever. But the guy doing it, his name is Dane Calloway. Which means he doesn't have a corrected status. So how is he who doesn't have a corrective status is convincing people through his YouTube videos of 50,000 views or whatever that go to him to get your status correction, don't go to RV Bay Publications, who really are Moors, who actually have a status that's on the public record, have gone to courts, have gone to all the other places with their status on the record, beat cases, beat whatever like that, and they prove that their position is more legitimate, right? Documented stuff that they can show, right? This individual, who hasn't been around since 2008, 2009 or whatever, has nothing to show that his thing that he's selling to people, 40 bucks, you can pay 40 bucks and then he's going to send you the package, right? The package, you don't know if this package works. Now remember, the matters that they're correcting is their status. That they're not Black, African American, or whatever. But the guy doing it, his name is Dane Calloway. Which means he doesn't have a corrected status. So how is he who doesn't have a corrective status is convincing people through his YouTube videos of 50,000 views or whatever that go to him to get your status correction, don't go to RV Bay Publications, who really are Moors, who actually have a status that's on the public record, have gone to courts, have gone to all the other places with their status on the record, beat cases, beat whatever like that, and they prove that their position is more legitimate, right? Documented stuff that they can show, right? This individual, who hasn't been around since 2008, 2009 or whatever, has nothing to show that his thing that he's selling to people, 40 bucks, you can pay 40 bucks and then he's going to send you the package, right? The package, you don't know if this package works. He's not giving you any reference points. He just came around in 2016 and he's telling you about 40 bucks for a package that's going to correct your status, and you're going to take this and go to these colonists with this package and expect them to look at you like you know what you're talking about?
And when the bottom line is not even, we're not even supposed to be correcting status. Because it wasn't right in the first place for you to correct it now. We never get it before. Claim it now is not correction time, in other words. Put it this way. It's claiming what is ours that we never got. So it's not like we get it with half black and then we'll correct it to full brown or full black. No. The status what we get wasn't ours at all. So now it's not correcting it, no, it's like claiming what we never got. Claiming.
Right? Now, status correction, right? Status correction we would assume would have to do with something relative to law.
Yeah.
Right? Now remember, they said that this is not legal advice. But they're going to sell you a package having to do with something that has to do with law.
Yeah.
But they're not giving you legal advice. Right? How are these people credible? How is something that they have going to benefit our people when they're claiming their self that what they're presenting has nothing to do with legal information? This is just for educational only. So why are they paying? Why are they charging people? Oh, because you're really buying information. You're not buying status correction. But again, dumb niggers who don't study, who aren't intellectual, who have no faculties in their mind, have to do with anything like that, they'll think, oh wow, I'm going to buy this and then I'm going to put my name on it and then whatever is going to happen, now I'm going to be free. Whatever it is, yeah, that they think that they're going to be. Right?
Like him,
Okay? Don't forget to have a disclaimer too, right? Disclaimer. All information provided on this website and throughout the contents of this page as mentioned above is strictly served for educational purposes only. Dane Calloway and I'm just here to make you think.com has no affiliation with any of the content and links, templates, authors, publishers, sources, or information provided throughout the contents of this package. No liability assumed for use. The information you obtain in this package is not, nor is intended to be legal advice. A full disclaimer is also present inside of the package. The package that automatically sent to your email includes, but is not limited to, legal information on correcting your status.
It's not legal information.
Legal information about your lawful rights before and after. Legal information concerning person, U.S. citizen, and taxpayer. Benefits and legal information of person and a sovereign. Beneficial public servant questionnaire form. Detailed instructions and certified sovereignty forms. Legal information on rebutting all tax collections. Legal information on divorcing from the United States. Legal information on terminating a driver's license. Instructions on how and what to send to the government. Instructions to prevent all false presumptions. Legal information on correcting identification cards and passports. Legal information on legally rebutting social security. Right? So they're not providing legal information, but
all those things they said is legal.
All those things are legal. Right? And again, we have the obligation to make sure that our people get the truth about their nationality and birthrights. If there's somebody out there speaking from a perspective of nationality and birthrights, i.e. status correction, the license has a problem with it, and whatever like that, they better be Moors.
But I would touch on that quick.
I was on Facebook and it was a Moor. I'm not gonna speak on no names or nothing, but he was speaking on. He had a Skype lecture. It was gonna be a Skype session on how to correct your status. So I just messaged the brother. I'm like, hey, I want to jump in on that. You know, get me in on it. You know, so it's gonna be like it's supposed to be like a forum or something, like a conference or something. You know. So the brother message goes, yeah, this is my email, whatever. Message this brother. So he refers me to another brother. So I messaged the brother now, who claims to be a Moor too, you know, because they're gonna have this Skype lecture, how to correct your status. I'm like, hey, brother referred me to you, you know, and he's saying you guys are gonna have a Skype lecture. When you get in on the conference, you know, I'm studying, I want to, you know, maybe we can relay some information to each other, you know. He goes, yeah, just send me 125 notes. Via PayPal to PayPal.
And then he could get on the forum.
So I messaged the brother now, who claims to be a Moor too, you know, because they're gonna have this Skype lecture, how to correct your status. I'm like, hey, brother referred me to you, you know, and he's saying you guys are gonna have a Skype lecture. When you get in on the conference, you know, I'm studying, I want to, you know, maybe we can relay some information to each other, you know. He goes, yeah, just send me 125 notes. Via PayPal to PayPal.
And then he could get on the forum.
So I messaged the brother now, who claims to be a Moor too, you know, because they're gonna have this Skype lecture, how to correct your status. I'm like, hey, brother referred me to you, you know, and he's saying you guys are gonna have a Skype lecture. When you get in on the conference, you know, I'm studying, I want to, you know, maybe we can relay some information to each other, you know. He goes, yeah, just send me 125 notes. Via PayPal to PayPal.
And then he could get on the forum.
So I messaged the brother now, who claims to be a Moor too, you know, because they're gonna have this Skype lecture, how to correct your status. I'm like, hey, brother referred me to you, you know, and he's saying you guys are gonna have a Skype lecture. When you get in on the conference, you know, I'm studying, I want to, you know, maybe we can relay some information to each other, you know. He goes, yeah, just send me 125 notes. Via PayPal to PayPal.
And then he could get on the forum.
And
teach with them. Right? You're paying them to go on their forum to teach about stuff. Right? So these are the things.
Watch out, Moor.
I mean, these are the things that the online jurisdiction creates. Right?
Yeah.
This quicksand.
Illusion.
Right? This illusion that you don't have to do anything for your birthright. Right? There's nothing you can do. You could just pay a guy or just www.birthright just sitting there waiting for you to download it. Right? It doesn't work like that. This has to do with you wanting to free yourself from mental slavery. If you don't want to free yourself from mental slavery, then it's going to be slavery forever. That's just what it is.
Written on the pages is the ageless wisdom of the sages. Ignorance is contagious. Written on the pages is the ageless wisdom of the sages. Ignorance is contagious. Written in the pages is the ageless wisdom of the sages. Ignorance is contagious. Ignorance is contagious. Ignorance is contagious. When I listened to Fred Hampton, he wasn't like modern black men. White power for white people. Did he mean the Klansmen? Brown power for brown people. Did he mean the Brahmin? And I guess all the yellow power is for the Chinamen. I get it. Do you? I think not. Brahmin don't call themselves brown, and I don't see yellow anything when I'm in Chinatown. Fez is up quenching Buddha's thirst, honoring our prophets that gave prophecies to the likes of Nostradamus. The Nostradamus debut number 7 on Billboard. Hooded figure on the cover told us we're still Moors. Dougie Fresh, his brother, and Pop knew they not niggas. Even Fruquan is a big, you know, from grave diggers. You made the same mistake politicians have, reaping what you sow, talking all that jazz, and still talking. All I see is zombies walking with their eyes low, with their minds in a screen like Max Headroom show. While you worry about FEMA, keep my enemies closer, and one eye on dirty Moors and the conscious poser. One hand around the straw man's neck and lower self in a headlock. Vixen stabbed in a crotch, Sukunyas get headshots. Jezebels and jack-o'-lanterns lead them astray because some talk BS about kill cracker, never shoved one. Jumbies taking the form of your deceased loved ones, leading you through end of tunnel lights into torture dungeons. Using honey traps against vigilance is some instruments. Propaganda say being more is tied to religiousness, when we are indigenous and bound to the continent. FOH with your flattering, manipulative compliments. I have my ancestral confidence from their accomplishments. Ancestral confidence from their accomplishments. Return to my foreparents mindset keeps me competent, not incompetent.